So this is my review on episode 9 called Living Legend. It continues Captain America's story arc from his, character arc, from last time we saw him in the series. So it actually plays kind of how it plays out. Basically, the Avengers are looking for Hulk, stumble upon a frozen Captain America, find out he still has a heart rate for somehow, even though he's solid frozen in an iceberg. So, while Steve melts in the Quinch jet while they're driving back to Avengers Mansion, and Steve wakes up, attacks the Avengers because they think they're all Hydra people, and has no idea what time what day it really is. So they try to tell him. He can't listen to reason until Wasp actually shows him a statue of that was made in his honor, him and his partner Bucky's honor, and realize he really isn't in the time. It really isn't his the time he was when he fell asleep in the iceberg, in the ice when he was frozen. It really wasn't it's really, he finds out the time he goes frozen in the ice. Well, the time when he found out he's not, it's just really not his, he finds out all these things, like it's not the same year he thinks it was when he fell asleep and went on ice, literally. So the Avengers basically explain him how they won the war because of him and Bucky, his partner, and Hydra lost. You know, Hydra still exists there, hiding. It's complicated. Tony says so. Tony also lets him, gives him a home to live in Avengers Mansion. He gives him his own room, tells him to make himself at home, and Captain America pushes the shield down. In other words, he's kind of basically showing how he's just done of being the Captain America. So he seems to doesn't understand. He seems lost. He's happy to won one, but he seems lost at the same time because he doesn't see the point of being a Captain America in today's modern time, and doesn't see why the world would need a hero like him. Because he's a soldier, and he's basically a living relic. He sees himself as this living relic of the past, of a time that's long past his time. So he thinks he should have never woken up, and because he just thinks he thinks he should have died, and really should have never woken up from being on ice for so many years. So he kind of regrets that he woke up, and so his knowledge, Bucky's still dead, because Bucky saved Captain America's life by knocking him off a rock and say his last words: "Captain America, the world needs Captain America a lot more than it needs Bucky Barnes." So this was when they were trying to stop Red Skull. Bucky took a direct order from Cap and went to help Cap anyway. So, yeah. Cap's not taking it well. Then, while the Avengers go to fight, someone infiltrates the Avengers Mansion and sets off the alarm that Ant-Man and Wasp have to defend the mansion and stop the intruder. Turns out it's Baron Zemo, Captain's arch nemesis from way back in the day. So Zemo has gotten strong because he wasn't on. Zemo has gotten stronger with age, even though Captain America stayed the same age, and therefore he stayed the same exact shape. So therefore, in other words, Zemo's stronger and more faster than Captain America now. You know, Captain America gets quite a few hits, punches, and he's playing one hell of a fight. He's losing badly, and Wasp is down. And Black Panther, who was sneaking around Avengers Mansion and finding out in the Nobel, as far as we know why he was there. He knows he's like doing digging on them, on their identities, and their history. So he throws Captain America's shield back and saves Captain America. Captain America fights back, and he's got his fighting spirit back, and he says to his villain Zemo, "You might be right, I'm a living relic, but I know, and this might be, I might be in a world I don't understand, but I know one thing about history. You lost the war, and you'll always lose, whether I'm here or not." So he's got his fighting spirit back, and he saves Wasp from the explosion that Baron Zemo threw off and blew up half of the mansion and made his escape route, and so did Black Panther before the explosion went off. So Baron Zemo actually sent the thing that's attacking the Avengers and that the Avengers are losing against. So it's Hydra tech. So Captain America and Wasp go to help out the Avengers. The Avengers figure out one of the Avengers, Ant-Man, Scott Lang. Ant-Man remembers what the weaknesses was on this creature, because he did digging on on the guy who made this creature, all of his creature design, and remember their weaknesses, and remembers this one's weakness specifically, and uses that to the team uses that to their advantage, and this evaporates, and that saying this evaporates, then it's nothing but a little bit of a mess now. So anyway, the team and Cap, the Avengers and Captain, who's not Avengers yet, but then takes Tony up on his offer and decides to accept being an Avenger, and realizing that he has a purpose and a place in this world, this new world that he's unfamiliar with. So he tells Tony to call him Steve, not Captain. And I like how he makes a joke that the stuff from back in the day during Captain America's time got weird compared to now and present time, the Avengers time. Because Tony started asking the question, did things always got that? Is that how things were like back in your day? And Captain says, no, they got weird. And he realizes he just made a joke. Yeah, so I really like this episode a lot. And Baron Zemo meets back to meet back because his villain, only to find out that these two groups of villains got the Baron Zemo ambush, and it's the Enchantress and the Executioner, and offer a business proposition. We have no idea what that is, but I have found some. If I remember correctly, and I remember when I think, and just like, well, this is how it all plays out. You have a feeling that us, the audience, have a feeling like it's something to do with the Avengers getting eliminated or getting rid of us doing something involving the Avengers that will just screw up their lives. So I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Called Living Legend, episode 9 of season 1 of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the full title. Also, for some reason, a lot of people leave out the word "the," and it's called, most people call it Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and it's legally called the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so this is the full title. Kind of like how people actually call the first Avengers film use the full title. When it's full title, it's called Marvel's The Avengers. But most people on the internet, people make individual videos, even though it's legally titled Marvel's The Avengers, people skip and don't even seem to say Marvel's Avengers. They just said The Avengers. The Avengers film from 2012, the first live-action Avengers film ever for Marvel's The Avengers. Which I don't get any of it. I get why people, I don't know if they're not saying part of the title intentionally or not intentionally or what. I don't know, because even when the trailer came out, it was marketed as Marvel's The Avengers for the movie, and advertising for the show, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, it was always marketed as the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Whenever this TV came with trailers, advertisements for anything involving the show. So this is weird to me, that stuff. Of course, and that's not the only show that, that's not the only, this is the only show, movie that many movies and shows that, well, that history doesn't, that the general public doesn't remember the whole thing of. Like, for example, National Lampoon's Animal House is, for the general public, just calls it an Animal House, and we in the full legal title is National Lampoon's Animal House. I just don't get that stuff. I never did. So I just wanted to make comments on that stuff just for a minute or two. I don't know how long I comment on. So yeah, that's it. Getting the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, episode 9, season 1. Guess a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Bye.